Drones are awesome. You used to have to hire a helicopter to get a shot like this. Now you can get a 5-figure shot on a 3-figure budget. They free you from the confines of gravity. You can literally watch the sunset from 400 feet, and that is amazing, especially as a photographer, to be able to just decide, oh, I think the best composition is 200 feet over the water. A drone lets you do that, but you probably shouldn't buy a drone. There's a bunch of reasons why. Like, we were just in Vegas, we were just in Morocco, 2 places that look stunning from the air. And I got to use my drone 0 times. You can't bring drones into the entire country of Morocco. They have 1 agency who can fly drones, and that's it. Vegas, the entire area is within range of an airport. And it's not just some silly law. Like, these planes are literally flying very low to the ground, and it would be dangerous, and people could literally die. Pretty much every city in the world has an airport near it too. Like, all of New York City would be great to fly a drone there, but you can't fly drones there. Pretty much all the populated parts of Canada, you can't fly drones there. Oh, what about more secluded places? You might think, I'll just go to my national park or my state park. Guess what? In the US, you can't fly a drone in any national park, and there's no process to get an exception made. There's no like certificate you need to get. You don't get to fly drones in these places, which are set aside for people to appreciate the beauty of nature. You don't get to fly a drone. And I know some of you are like, yay, I don't want buzzing drones. Fine, maybe it's for the best, but regardless, when it comes down to you deciding if you want to buy a drone, know that you probably can't fly it wherever you're thinking of flying it. And most states in the US don't allow you to fly drones in their state parks either. So that's off the list too. Now, I could fly it in my neighborhood here in my backyard, but you know what? You kind of develop a reputation among the neighbors as the guy who's flying the drone. Because even though I would never spy on anybody, that's what some portion of people think, and most people think it's cool. But some portion are like, that drone's spying on me all the time. And pretty soon they're whispering around to the other neighbors like, what's up with that guy and his drones? I don't trust that guy. Trust me, you're gonna build a reputation. And people will act like they're all annoyed by the noise. Even though it's quieter than like any Harley, it's quieter than the leaf blower or lawnmower that they're blowing around, and I promise you can't hear it over the waves of the ocean, they're still gonna complain around it because it's different and it takes a while for people to get used to new stuff. Okay, but you don't care because you're a badass. You'll break the laws, you'll fly anywhere you want, they can't stop you. Then what are you gonna do with the footage? If you put it on YouTube, you're basically posting evidence that the FAA could use to file a suit against you. And guess what? People are gonna see it and they're gonna report you. Okay, so after all that, it still seems like a good idea to you. Guess what? Drones are the only type of camera that can literally fly away from you and destroy themselves, even if you're doing everything right. If you have spend $5,000 on a Canon 5D Mark IV and a lens, you don't have to worry about it just taking off and flying into the river, but a drone can do that. Drones have to be disposable. And it doesn't matter if it's your fault as a pilot, if there's a software bug or a hardware problem. You think you're gonna get a replacement for free out of DJI? No, it disappears and you pay for it, and that's about the extent of it. And trust me, it happens all the time. Go look up the forum for whatever drone you're interested in buying, and I promise you, you're gonna see a whole bunch of posts like, I can't believe my drone flew away. And then every response is, well, it's your fault, you should have read the manual. Regardless of whether it's his fault or not, the dude's totally out of drone. He spent thousands of dollars and literally on his first flight, it just trashed itself. And that is the reality of being a drone owner. But look, drones are a whole new type of photography. They require a new skill set. Composition changes, lighting changes when you're in the air, and the limitless of the composition actually makes it really, really challenging, because usually we're used to shooting from like 0 feet up to 6 feet. When you can suddenly go at 400 feet, or you can suddenly go out in the water, guess what? That's a type of photography nobody's ever really taught before. This is something that's not well documented. It is a new style, and it's so exciting to be able to push into that for both my own benefit as a photographer and filmmaker, but also as a teacher. I hope you will get a drone, but most of you probably shouldn't, because most people shouldn't spend the money. It's just gonna end in heartbreak, either because you spent $1,000 on something that you can't use, or you spent $1,000 on something and it just flew itself into a tree and now you can't get it back. If you do get a drone, subscribe and I'll teach you how to fly it, and I will give you reviews on drones and stuff. Or if you just want to learn land-based photography or video, subscribe and I will teach you that too. Thanks. If you have any follow-up questions or comments, or your horror stories about buying a drone, write it in the comments below.